Look around you. Look at the people smiling in the streets, the colleagues shaking hands in the office, the politicians kissing babies on television. What do you see? If you are like most people, you see a world of civility. You see a world governed by laws, by morality, by fairness. You believe that if you are good, good things will happen to you. You believe that if you work hard, you will be rewarded. You believe that justice is natural. This is the hallucination of the weak. Peel back the skin of society, and you will find something else entirely. Underneath the polite smiles and the firm handshakes, there is a war being fought. It is a silent war. It is a war of attrition, of strategy, and of psychological dominance. It is the eternal game of power, and whether you realize it or not, you are a player in this game. The only question is, are you a player or are you a pawn? Niccolo Machiavelli saw this truth 500 years ago. He looked at the princes and the popes, the generals and the kings, and he realized that the ones who won were not the ones who were good. They were the ones who were effective. They were the ones who understood the physics of human nature. Robert Greene later codified these physics into laws, gravity for the social world. Today, we are going to hand you the blueprint. We are not just going to list rules. We are going to deconstruct your entire reality and rebuild it. We are going to take you through the 21 most lethal laws of power, woven together into a single philosophy of dominance. In part 1, we will focus on the internal transformation, the restructuring of your mind and your defense. In part 2, we will hand you the sword for the attack. Listen closely. This is not advice. This is a survival manual for a predatory world. Phase 1, the art of silence and mystery. The first step in your transformation is to kill the part of you that craves attention. We live in a noisy world. Everyone is screaming to be heard. They post their thoughts, they share their feelings, they broadcast their plans. They think this makes them important. In reality, it makes them vulnerable. Law 4, always say less than necessary. This is the foundational law of the dark strategist. Words are dangerous weapons. Once you fire them, you can never take them back. When you speak too much, you inevitably say something foolish. You reveal your weaknesses. You dilute your power. The powerful individual sits in silence. They are comfortable with the void. Think of the king on his throne. Does he chatter with the guards? Does he explain himself to the court? No, he speaks only when he must. And because his words are rare, they are treated like gold. When you are silent, people become uncomfortable. They project their own thoughts onto you. They try to fill the silence, and in doing so, they reveal their own cards. Your silence is a mirror. Let them see their own insecurity reflected in it. But silence is not enough. You must also be unreadable. Law 3, conceal your intentions. Imagine you are a general marching to war. Would you send a messenger to the enemy, telling them exactly where you will attack and at what time? Of course not. Yet this is what you do in your daily life. You tell your co-workers you are aiming for a promotion. You tell your friends you are starting a business. You tell your partner exactly how much you love them. You are an open book, and an open book is easy to read and easy to burn. To outsmart the world, you must become a fog. Use smoke screens. Feign interest in things you do not care about. Pretend to be going left when you are actually going right. If people do not know what you are after, they cannot prepare a defense. Keep your cards hidden until the very last moment, when it is too late for anyone to stop you. This requires you to become an actor. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Society has handed you a script. Your parents, your teachers, your culture. They have told you who you are. You are shy. You are nice. You are a worker. Burn that script. The world is a theater, and you are the playwright of your own character. Do not accept the role society has assigned to you. Forge a new identity, one that commands attention and never bores the audience. Be the master of your own image. If you are naturally timid, construct a persona of quiet confidence. If you are naturally chaotic, construct a mask of order. The world judges you by your appearance. They do not care about your inner truth. Give them a character to worship, and they will follow you. Phase 2, the infection of the inner circle. As you begin to master your tongue and your image, you must look outward at the people surrounding you. Your environment is not neutral. It is either feeding you power or it is draining it. Most people are careless with their friendships. They let anyone into their lives who is nice or fun. This is a fatal strategic error. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Emotions are as contagious as a virus. You may think you are strong enough to help a drowning man, but often the drowning man will simply pull you under. There are people in this world who are perpetually unlucky. They always have drama. They are always the victim. They radiate a dark, heavy energy. If you associate with them, their misfortune will rub off on you. You will waste your precious mental energy trying to fix their problems, trying to comfort them, cut them loose. This sounds cruel, but power requires a ruthless protection of your own energy. Surround yourself with the fortunate, the happy, the ambitious. Their energy will infect you in a positive way. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Do not let one of those 5 be a parasite. This leads us to a painful truth about loyalty. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends are dangerous. Why? Because you let your guard down around them. You tell them your secrets. But friends are human. They are prone to envy. When you succeed, your friends will often be the first to resent you because your success highlights their mediocrity. They will betray you not out of hatred, but out of jealousy. The darker truth is that an enemy is often more useful than a friend. An enemy is predictable. An enemy knows they are on the outside. If you take a former enemy and give him a job, give him a purpose, he will be more loyal than a friend because he has something to prove. Do not be afraid of conflict. Be afraid of the knife in your back from the one who smiles at you. Phase 3, the architecture of status. Now that you have secured your mind and your circle, you must begin to elevate your standing in the hierarchy. You must learn how to make people value you. Value, in the laws of power, is not about how hard you work. It is about scarcity. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. The more you are seen and heard, the more common you appear. If you are always available, always texting back instantly, always saying yes, you become a commodity. Diamonds are valuable because they are rare. Stones are worthless because they are everywhere. You must learn to withdraw, create a pattern of presence and absence. When you are there, be fully there, charismatic, engaging, powerful. And then vanish. Let them wonder where you are. Let them miss you. In your absence, their imagination will work in your favor. They will create a fantasy of you that is far greater than the reality. You become a legend, not a person. But when you are present, how should you behave? Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. The way you carry yourself determines how you are treated. If you walk with your head down, apologizing for taking up space, people will step on you. If you act like a peasant, you will be treated like a peasant. But if you act like a king, if you believe in your own importance, others will believe it too. This is not about arrogance. It is about dignity. It is about setting a high price on your time and your attention. Do not accept disrespect. Do not tolerate mediocrity. When you respect yourself totally, you create an aura of authority that makes others afraid to cross you. However, a king does not get his hands dirty. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. In the game of power, mistakes are inevitable. Nasty things must be done. But you must never be the one seen doing them. You must maintain an appearance of spotless perfection. When a difficult decision must be made, firing someone, delivering bad news, executing a harsh strategy, use a scapegoat, use a cat's paw, let someone else take the blame while you remain the benevolent leader. This allows you to maintain the love of the public while still wielding the iron fist. It is Machiavellian in the extreme, but it is necessary. If you are always the bringer of bad news, you become the symbol of pain. If you are the bringer of order, while others do the dirty work, you become the symbol of stability. Phase 4, the intelligence of observation. Before we move to the offensive, you must master the art of gathering intelligence. You cannot fight a war if you do not know the terrain. Law 14, pose as a friend, work as a spy. Every social interaction is an opportunity to gather data. Most people are too busy talking about themselves to notice what others are revealing. Be different. Listen, ask indirect questions. Get people to talk about their childhoods, their fears, their desires. When people are comfortable, they reveal their buttons, the things that motivate them and the things that scare them. This information is ammunition. You may not need it today, but you will need it tomorrow. Knowing that your rival is insecure about his education, or that your boss is having trouble at home, gives you leverage. It allows you to tailor your strategy to their specific psychology. The spy is never surprised, because the spy sees the betrayal coming miles away. And finally, for this first part of your awakening, you must learn the law of winning without fighting. Law 9, win through your actions, never through argument. We discussed this in the previous lesson, but it bears repeating as a fundamental law of your new reality. Arguing is a low-status activity. It implies that you care about the other person's opinion. It implies that you need their validation. The lion does not argue with the sheep. The lion ignores the sheep. When you try to prove a point with words, you raise defenses. When you prove it with actions, you bypass the defense and strike directly at the reality. If someone doubts you, do not correct them. Let them doubt. And then, when you succeed, let your success be the noise that drowns them out. The ultimate power is to achieve your goal while your detractors are still debating whether it is possible. Transition to part 2. You have now laid the foundation. You have learned to silence your tongue. Law 4. You have learned to wear the mask. Law 3. You have learned to curate your circle. Law 10. You have learned to distrust the friendly and use the enemy. Law 2. You have learned to be royal. Law 34. And rare. Law 16. You have learned to keep your hands clean. Law 26. You have learned to spy. Law 14. And to act without words. Law 9. You are now a fortress. You are secure. But a fortress cannot win a war if it never opens its gates. In part 2, we will arm you. We will discuss the laws of the offensive, how to crush your enemy totally, how to plan to the end, how to use timing, and how to create cult-like followings. You have learned how to survive. Now you must learn how to conquer. Prepare yourself. The game is about to change. In part 1, we built the fortress. We taught you how to silence your tongue, how to wear the mask, and how to observe the enemy from the safety of the shadows. But you cannot win a kingdom by sitting behind walls. Defense ensures survival, but offense ensures glory. Now we hand you the sword. We are moving into the laws of manipulation, aggression, and total dominance. These are the laws that allow you to bend people to your will, to destroy obstacles without mercy, and to shape the future before it happens. If part 1 was about protecting your power, part 2 is about expanding it. Phase 5, the art of psychological control. To dominate, you must first understand that every human being has a lock. Your job is to find the key. Law 33, discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness, a gap in the castle wall. For some, it is insecurity about their intelligence. For others, it is a secret desire for love, or money, or validation. The smart strategist does not fight a person's strength. He attacks their weakness. Observe them. What makes them nervous? What do they brag about? That bragging is usually a cover for a deep insecurity. Once you find this thumbscrew, you can control them. You can offer them the validation they crave, or you can threaten to withhold it. When you hold the key to someone's deepest emotion, they belong to you. But how do you keep them? Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. To be independent is the goal of the master, but to make others dependent is the goal of the ruler. If people do not need you, they can leave you. You must become the only source of something they cannot live without. Maybe it is your unique skill. Maybe it is your connection to power. Maybe it is simply the feeling of safety you provide. Do not teach them everything you know. Keep a secret source. As long as they need you to survive or to succeed, Their loyalty is guaranteed. Do not be the expendable soldier. Be the indispensable general. And when you need something from them, never beg. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy. This is where the nice guy fails. He says, "Please help me. I have been good to you in the past." The powerful man ignores this. Past deeds are forgotten. Gratitude is a burden. If you want someone to help you, show them how they will benefit. If you help me, you will get 10% of the profit. If you help me, your reputation will grow. Speak the language of greed, not the language of charity. Greed is a constant motivator. Charity is a fleeting emotion. Phase 6, the laws of war. Now that you control the individual, you must learn how to deal with conflict. In the real world, enemies are inevitable. How you deal with them defines your destiny. Law 15, crush your enemy totally. We have spoken of this before, but it is the most critical law of war. If you fight, fight to win. Do not wound the beast. A wounded enemy will recover. They will learn from their mistakes, and they will come back with a vengeance that you cannot imagine. When you strike, you must destroy their reputation, their resources, and their spirit. You must leave them no option to retaliate. This is not cruelty. This is the mathematics of survival. If you leave a spark in the forest will burn. Put out the fire completely. But sometimes the best war is the one you do not fight directly. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. If you are weaker than your opponent, do not fight for the sake of honor. Surrender. Give in. Why? Because surrender buys you time. It stops their aggression. It makes them feel superior and lazy. While they are celebrating their victory, you are rebuilding your strength in the shadows. You are waiting for them to lower their guard. Surrender is not a defeat if it is a strategic choice. It is simply a pause before the counterattack. And in this war you need soldiers. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People are desperate for something to believe in. They are lost. They want a cause. They want a leader. Give them one. Create a vision that is vague but inspiring. Use rituals. Use symbols. Make them feel like they are part of an exclusive club, a movement, a revolution. When people believe in you with religious fervor, they will do anything for you. They will work for free. They will defend you against attacks. You are no longer a person. You are an idea. And ideas are bulletproof. Phase 7, the grand strategy. The warrior fights the battle in front of him. The grandmaster fights the battle that will happen 10 years from now. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Most people are reactive. They see a problem, they react. They see an opportunity, they jump. The strategist stops. He looks at the end. If I take this job, where will I be in 5 years? If I marry this person, what will my life look like in 20 years? Do not be seduced by the immediate reward. The ending is everything. Visualize the victory, calculate the costs, and anticipate the consequences. By planning to the end, you will not be overwhelmed by the surprises along the way. You have already seen them. To execute this plan, you need the ultimate skill. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Time is a weapon. There is a time to act and a time to wait. Most people fail because they are impatient. They strike too early or they wait too long out of fear. You must learn to read the rhythm of the situation. When the enemy is strong, you wait. You let them exhaust themselves. When they make a mistake, you strike with the speed of a cobra. Patience is not passivity. It is a form of aggression. It is the ability to hold your breath longer than your opponent. Phase 8, the ultimate form. We arrive at the final stage of your evolution. You have structure, you have weapons, you have a plan. Now you must transcend them all. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. When the moment comes to strike, you must banish all hesitation. Doubt is a signal to your enemy that you are weak. Boldness is a signal that you are unstoppable. Even if you are afraid, act with the ferocity of a lion. Boldness creates a psychological shock. It terrifies your enemies and inspires your allies. People make way for the person who walks with purpose. If you are going to make a mistake, make it boldly. A bold mistake can be fixed with more boldness. A timid mistake is a death sentence. And finally, the law that encompasses all others. Law 48, assume formlessness. The world is chaotic. Rules change. Strategies that worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. If you are rigid like an oak tree, the storm will break you. You must be like water. Adapt to your enemy. Adapt to the terrain. If they are aggressive, be evasive. If they are defensive, be aggressive. Have no fixed shape. Have no fixed identity. When you are formless, you cannot be grabbed. You cannot be predicted. You are everywhere and nowhere. You are the master of chaos. Conclusion. The new reality. You now possess the 21 keys to the kingdom, from the silence of Law 4 to the boldness of Law 28, from the mask of Law 3 to the formlessness of Law 48, from the crushing power of Law 15 to the grand vision of Law 29. These laws are not ethical. They are not nice. They are tools. A hammer can build a house, or it can crack a skull. The morality lies in the hand that holds it. You have a choice. You can go back to sleep. You can go back to believing the pleasant lies that society tells you. You can be a pawn, pushed around by people who understand these laws better than you do. Or you can wake up. You can study these laws. You can practice them in the shadows until they become second nature. The game is being played whether you like it or not. The only question is, will you play to win? I want you to write one thing in the comments. Write, I am awake. Let this be your contract with yourself. Let this be the moment you stopped being a spectator and started being a player. Subscribe to the channel. The education has just begun.